Hi, it's Kay here from Fantasy Firebird, and I'd like to share with you my box made for a DVD. Now, everybody has the square rectangular boxes. I've just made this one slightly different in the fact of how it folds together. So I'll just try to open this. Just put a piece of ribbon in to open it like that, and this is how the DVD, oh look, aren't we lucky, Petite Pears Stampin' Up! Stamp set. And so if you're feeling really generous and you want to gift one of your crafting friends a set of stamps from Stampin' Up!, you know that the box fits in there nicely, and that's, whoops, I don't know if you can just see, yeah, there we go, the inside of the box, and it opens so it's like this, shuts and then ties shut that way. Right, I'll get on and show you how to make it. I will have all the measurements on my blog eventually, so there's no need to stop and start, big panic. We'll show that to you, and we'll give you the measurements now, and as I said, I'll put them on the blog later. Right, first of all, what you need to start with, I'm going to make this one using Smoky Slate cardstock, and this is from the Christmas cardstock pack, where it's the, what's it, Smoky Slate, olive green and the cherry cobbler. So you need two pieces to make the actual box body, and it's 9 inches by 6 3/4 inches, and you need to score these on all sides at 3/4 of an inch. So just do this, turn it, and you can get the cardstock from the main catalogue and from the Christmas supplement catalogue, and it's quite a nice handy set of colours. Even if you don't end up using it all for Christmas, they are usable all year through, and the quality of the cardstock is extremely good as well. Using the scoring board, which makes life a lot easier than if I didn't. Right, that is your scoring. Simples. Right, now when you come, the next thing is that you need to cut your diagonal pieces. Now I've managed to make a mistake a couple of times, and I've realised what I've been doing wrong. On one you need to cut it left to right, and on the other right to left, and that's only on the fact that if you go and do them exactly the same, you suddenly find that you've scored it on the wrong side of your card. So with that said, whoops, put my cutter. Now you're going from this one, the first one I'm cutting from the left top to the bottom right, so you line up your corners, matching that. Right, so that one's cut that way, and now on the basis that I did that one left to right, we want to do this one top right to bottom left. It took me ages to realise why I was getting it so wrong on the rectangular when I had no problems when I was doing a square box in this. But of course, a square box, all sides are equal, which isn't quite the case with this. Okie doke. Now, what happens is you're going to be joining your box on the seam there, and that will make one side of the box, and then the other two join together to make that. So all you're doing is you're basically making it as how you make all your boxes. You first need to burnish your score lines. Do one side and then we'll do the other side. So you need to cut out the corner completely from one triangle and just notch the other one. And then what you do is that you're going to put your glue or your tape on this side. Now I'm using the liquid Tombow multi glue. I wasn't sure whether I liked it when I first started out, but I must admit now it's my glue of choice. A lot of people are using the Fast Fuse, but when you're doing cards, what you don't want to do is use your Snell. So that, and you get your little V, which I will tell you about them in a minute. Now all you're doing is folding your sides in. Now on the basis that that one is over the top, you want to bring this one over the top. So fold in your little tab, fold in your edge, glue that edge and bring it across, and that's made your first box. It almost looks like those magazine rack holders, doesn't it? Now if you put that one to that side, you'll know that this one is that corner. So on the basis that you're actually bringing this one down, you want your sides to go in the same direction for gluing up and down as on that one. So we'll just notch the top and we remove the corner on this one. Once again, you're burnishing your sides so you get a nice crisp shape to your box. And then you're gluing that one onto that one. Yeah, and yet again making up your box. You put the glue on this piece. There we go. That's your two sides, and that then fits that way. Now what you need to do is you cut off 3 of these V-shaped pieces. Keep the one that looks the bigger one, because that one will come to be your hinge. You can put a separate hinge in if you want. So making sure that right. So if you just fold this one down to get it so you've got your hinge part there, and this is really the fiddliest bit, apart from having to use a bit of brain, which I'm not always guaranteed of having available first thing in the morning. So you stick that together, and then that will come up and fold. Just take a little bit more of that corner. It's considering you've actually just chopped it in half. Sometimes you wonder why on earth it won't fit back in the right way, but it's just a little bit of manipulation, and you've got it. Come on, don't be silly. That's it. There we go. If you're not confident that that's going to stay, you can put a little strip across inside, and I think all you just do is cut a little 3/4 of an inch wide strip just to reinforce that piece. You might feel happier doing that. It's neither here nor there, but sometimes that doesn't always want to stay. Now all you do is fold that up and you punch a hole in the top and the bottom so you can tie through with your ribbon. And I tend to put a bit of ribbon in so that I can actually do this next step without it all pulling apart. I'll admit at this moment that it's not a piece of Stampin' Up ribbon that I'm using. This actually came off of a cot blanket where it was all wrapped up nice as a present, and I gifted the blanket to somebody and they gifted me the ribbon back. Don't you love people? But just by pulling that in until you put your own ribbon in, that holds it together so you can do your next point. Right, now for the panels. I've got 2 pieces of cherry cobbler and they're 7 by 5. I've also got 2 pieces of Whisper White, 6 by 4, and I've got 2 pieces of DSP from the Merry Moments paper set, and these are 5 3/4 by 3 3/4. Now you can stack it up from big to small on there, but I think I've come to the conclusion it's probably easier to layer them in their entirety here and then stick them onto the box, because the box obviously has no firmness to it. You just need that little bit of play. So I have had a thought, and maybe it's the time to put your DVD actually in the box when you come to decorate it. That way you can actually press down on the box to fit it. So we'll try that in a minute. So I've just layered up first two, and then I'm going to put it onto the cherry cobbler. As I said, it's a fairly straightforward box. It just needs a little bit of thought which notch you're cutting out and which way round, you know, when you're actually cutting it the diagonal left to right and right to left. If you're doing a square box, it's not a problem. Let's stuck that. Right, I'm actually going to put the DVD into the box to give me some strength. Put your box, shut it. There we go. Right. There we go. So that way you can at least see what the box is, your shape. So you're actually trying to put this into the centre. Don't forget you're only gluing it on the corners, because otherwise you won't be able to get your box open. Put your first panel down, a little bit of jiggling, there we go, and then turn it over, the same again, so we're putting it on that side, so my Tombow appears to be running out. How dare it? How dare my Tombow run out, because that means I'm going to have to make another order. And you can't just order glue, because that would be so wrong in so many levels. So, unfortunately, it looks like I'm going to be ordering some more toys from Stampin' Up. There you go, there's the box. If you open it, there. You can take that out again. Obviously, when you're gifting it, it's going to have something in it, but just to show that it does shut the box. If you've got a slightly bigger DVD case, just add a couple of millimeters onto your measurements and that'll be fine. It works either which way. Now obviously I want to decorate it, so I've got 3 pieces of card. The smoky slate is a 4.5 by 2. The cherry cobbler is 4 by 2, and then the whisper white is 3.5 by 2. So if you knock them all down to there and get the triangular punch, put them all in. I can just about do them all together. Put them in, line it up, she said, hopefully, and punch. There is no other punches that I know that are capable of doing 3 pieces of cardstock together. A lot of other punches just go, ah! So if you've punched them all down like that, you see you've got the height there, turn them up the other way, and I'm putting them through the top punch to get the fancy shape there. There we go. Maybe expecting a little bit of it, that one, but managed to do it. So there we go, we got the 3 to make your tag. Now I'm using the Petite Pears stamp set to do my greeting on it. So it's a Christmas greeting. We've got a Merry Christmas. I should have got that set up ready, but I started filming this last night and immediately had 3 phone calls in quick succession, so I gave up. So right, Merry Christmas. Press it down. Really like the little script on that, it's cute. And I'm certainly impressed with the quality of the stamps. I don't seem to have too many failures. Right, so now I'm just putting a tiny dab of glue on each of these to keep it in place. Up to you entirely if you want to have it so that they're off at an angle. I just quite liked this look. Piece of ribbon at the end of the tag. Oops, sorry, I'm gone off. There we go. Whoops. There we go. And I use a couple of mini glue dots. Oh no, I think we'll lift it up. Let's put some foam tabs. I've run out of, unfortunately, of Stampin' Up! Dimensionals. Had to dig in the bottom of my cabinet for foam tags. There we go. That's how you make the box. Well, thank you all for watching. I hope you've enjoyed it. I hope it's clearer than mud, but I will put the instructions on my blog. So it's Fantasy Firebird Blogspot. Thank you for watching. Hope you'll join with me again sometime. Bye bye.